Joe Biden has solved the racial achievement gap. This took a long time. Some people blamed the system. Some people blamed cultural differences. But Joe has finally identified the real problem. Black people just can't get accountants.
The data shows young black entrepreneurs are just as capable of succeeding given the chance as white entrepreneurs are. But they don't have lawyers. They don't have accountants, but they have great ideas. Does anyone doubt this whole nation would be better off from the investments those people make? And I promise you, that's why I set up this National Small Business Administration that's much broader, because they're going to get those loans.
That's it. They're great entrepreneurs. They just don't have accountants. They're such good entrepreneurs that they don't know how to call up H&R Block, but they have good ideas. That's what's really important in business, is no one has any ideas. It's ideas at $1.50 will get you a cup of coffee. If only it were that easy. Some conservatives are making the argument, because of Joe Biden's stupid comments, that he is a racist. And I guess in a way he is, but they're making the argument not that he's just a racist generally, but that he's a white supremacist. Because he's made these comments about black people. He said that, Barack Obama's the first clean, articulate black man in American politics, or something to that effect. That was a bit offensive. He said that poor kids are just as talented as white kids. That was a bit offensive. And now he said that black entrepreneurs can't succeed because they don't know how to call H&R Block. but I don't think he's a white supremacist. I think this argument of, Democrats are the real white supremacists, I think that's kind of silly. I think it's a bit of a coping mechanism. I don't think that Republicans or conservatives are racist. I mean, frankly, I don't even know what that word means anymore. It's been so watered down to mean nothing. But I don't think conservatives or Republicans hold any particular racial animosity at all. I don't think they think about race very much whatsoever. And I say this with some authority, being a conservative Republican myself. And it certainly is the case that Democrats and leftists do think about race a lot, but they're not white supremacists. I just think that that's a silly statement to make. They are advancing a racial caste system, but they want it to disadvantage whites, and they want to give just like affirmative action, give advantages to certain groups like black people and Hispanics, and disadvantage other groups like white people and Asians. That is what they're calling for, and any way to twist that, I think, is just a way to buy into the premise that the only evil in the entire world is anti-black racism. That's very bad. There are other bad things too. Joe Biden was pretty clear about this the other day. He came out and he said that the single greatest threat today in America is what? Would you say it's COVID maybe? No. Would you say that it's the lockdowns? No. Would you say it's depression? No. Would you say it's drugs? No. Would you say it's violence in the streets from people like BLM and Antifa? No. You know what it is? White supremacy.
According to the intelligence community, terrorism from white supremacy is the most lethal threat to the homeland today. Not ISIS, not Al-Qaeda, white supremacists.
So that's just preposterous, right? I mean, I guess the single greatest threat is heart disease, followed by what? Followed by various other ailments. And then if we're talking about violence in the streets, it's not from white supremacists, okay? There isn't a whole lot of that. This statement doesn't even hold up if you only look at race crimes, or rather if you only look at hate crimes, which have a racial component very often. When you look at hate crime statistics and you look at white perpetrators and black perpetrators, you find out that black people are far more likely to commit hate crimes than white people are. I'm sure there are many reasons for this, and one could discuss all of them. I'm not making any claim about what the reasons are, but I'm just saying, if you believe that white supremacy is the greatest threat, that isn't even true when you're looking at hate crimes. Hate crimes, a kind of silly category, because I guess it's the opposite of a love crime. Aren't too many love crimes as far as I can tell. We are now living in a system that is upholding and advancing a new sort of racial caste, breaking out of the colorblind society that everyone had been striving to create for a long time. There's now a racial caste system, and white people are considered to be the sort of embodiment of evil in this system, the single greatest threat to the country. Ring my bell. L. Ring my bell. My bell, ring my bell. Just ring it. Click it right now. Right now, do it. You subscribe, you'll get the notifications, and head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, MySpace, Xanga, AOL Instant Messenger. Wherever we have our audio podcast, please subscribe, leave a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.